Welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today in my swing studio. Today's video is why we should potentially be trying to shape the ball rather than hit it straight. Stay tuned to find out more. As mentioned, today's video is why we should potentially be trying to shape the ball with our shots rather than trying to hit it straight that so many golfers are aiming for. So, the issue with trying to hit the ball straight is we would have to swing it a little different with an iron to a drive, or whether hitting up on the ball, down on the ball. There's so many things that can go wrong. We need the ball to strike the center. That has to be a guaranteed. We need the club face to be square to our target by the time the ball releases the club face. So the club face would be slightly open at start of impact, but square by the time the ball releases. And because of something called D-plane, we'd actually have to swing it slightly differently with our irons to our driver. So because we're hitting downwards, or optimally hitting downwards with our irons, we'd be swinging a little bit more to the left. With a driver, because we are ideally hitting up on it, we'd have to swing a little bit more to the right. That's for a right-handed golfer. So it's very hard to do, extremely hard to do, to actually hit straight shots. A lot of people call their ball flight straight just because it's finishing on the fairway or the green, but I'm talking about a ball flight with, the starts on target with no deviation. Very, very tricky to do. No one's going to do it consistently, and when you see the tour players, generally speaking, these guys and girls are shaping the ball, moving the ball. You may think you can't do it, but practice it. See if you can. What I find is, for me personally, it helps me focus on what I'm trying to do more. So I get a little bit away from technique when I'm out on the golf course, and I'm able to focus more on the shot shape, whether I want to hit it low, high, draw, fade. It really focuses me in. I find a lot of people struggle because when they're trying to draw a fade hit, they try and do it but keep their setup pretty square. I would actually start adjusting your body, open or closed, and actually do it quite a bit. I've done videos on drawing and fading it, so I'm not going to get too in depth into how to do that. I would encourage you to watch those videos. I've also done one about the Tiger Woods' practice, the 9 ball flight drill. So he hits draw, straight, fade, low, mid, high. So 3 trajectories at 3 flights. It's a fantastic practice exercise. Just see how many shots it takes you to hit all 9 ball flights with one club. He can do it the whole way through the bag. He's made his return to golf and in a great deal of form right now. Still struggles obviously with the driver, but he looks really in control with his irons. When he's in control, he's able to hit every one of those ball flights. So I'm going to actually just click on the screen and jump straight into, first of all, trying to hit it straight. So no deviation. Then I'm going to actually try and hit a draw and a fade and potentially see that it's easier for me to shape the ball. I'm expecting the draw to be a little longer. I'm expecting the fade to lose me a little bit of distance. But personally, I think it's going to be easier for me to hit those ball flights than it is the straight. The straight, no deviation. So let's give a straight 7-iron a go. I've got a green out there, 170 yards. Do you know what? That was a pretty good effort. The ball didn't deviate, didn't really have any curve on it, but it was a slight pull. So it started left and just stayed there. So my swing path and club face position were pretty well matched. I was swinging a couple of degrees out to him with the club face a couple of degrees close. So it wasn't bad at all. It was a pretty good effort at straight, but I ended up hitting a slight pull. So let me go ahead and now hit 2 shapes. So the opposite shapes, the draw, then the fade. And I would encourage you to overdo them initially. Set your body more closed or more open for the fade than you really think. Let's try and get the ball shaping that a little bit more. So this is my draw. Come on, a little bit more. Move in the right direction. It wasn't the best contact. It started right, bent left, finished on the green, roughly the right yardage. Wasn't the best contact. But definitely got that ball moving right to left, which is what I was trying to achieve. This one may be a little bit shorter, but let me try and hit the fade there. So now I'm opening up my body and swinging on my body line, feeling like I'm swinging more to the left and trying to get that ball bending left to right. There we go. Started left to target, bent right and finished pretty much on target. It's just a little bit shorter when I hit the fade. What's that, 8 yards short? You know, take another club. Got very different paths. That last one, unfortunately, with a fade, for some reason, didn't measure. Swing path, yes it did, it just didn't measure the club face position. So the draw I swung 5 degrees into out, the fade I swung nearly 12 degrees out to in. You could see I really tried to exaggerate the movement. I would do that. For me, it felt a lot easier shaping the ball than it did trying to hit the straight shot. The straight one actually ended up as a little pull. It was absolutely fine, but it doesn't give me much margin of error. When I'm swinging 5 degrees into out or 5 degrees out to in, I have a larger margin of error with my club face position on whether it should be open or closed. When I'm trying to actually swing 0-0 to hit a dead straight shot, my margin of error is gone. It's nothing really. So personally, I find it easier to try and shape the ball. I much prefer standing on dogleg holes than I do on straight because I feel like I can see the shape a little bit more. It's a great way to practice. If you practice it on the driving range this way, I know you'll be able to start to take some of these shots to the golf course. And having that imagination on the golf course means it doesn't matter when you're behind trees or whatever in the way, or the pin's tucked on the left, or the wind's hard right to left, or whatever it might be. You've got the ability to control the ball flight. Give it a go in practice, then take it to the golf course. It's a fantastic tool to have over the other golfers and playing partners that you've got. Let me know how you get on. If you did enjoy the content of that video, give us a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. It is for free. New content Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.